one stud that's not entering his name into the transfer portal is Armando Bacot for North Carolina. Kevin, what is this? What does this mean? He was tweeting, if you want to play with me, DM me. I don't know what that says about, his guards there. I don't know what the indictment might be there. But how important is that for the Tar Heels and what they're trying to honestly get back to?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think Armando was the problem this year. I don't even think that I don't think any one player was the problem, right? I think it was the entirety of the group, and I think if you're North Carolina, you happily take him back and you try to figure out how to best surround him with the guys that will help him win, because he is an all-time great Tar Heel. He took you to a national championship game. He's going to be potentially the all-time leading rebounder in college basketball history after this COVID year, beating Kenneth Faried. Like he's a tremendous player, and just was not necessarily healthy today or
Yep.
this season, excuse me. Was dealing with that, was dealing with all the expectations and the pressure. And I honestly think that going into next year, where everybody else, is saying how bad they suck and how much of a disappointment and how much bust they are, will be the best thing for him, will be the best thing for Carolina. And look, they've got a lot of work to do this spring. There's going to be turnover potentially in the backcourt. There's going to be turnover. Overall, they've already seen it with some guys like Puff Johnson going in the portal, Styles, like guys like that. So Hubert's got to find the right guys, and I do think if you're him, you want to be careful of like handing the reins too much to Armando, right? Because
Mhm.
this isn't a podcast. This is a basketball team, right? It can't be all about personalities and fun and Twitter and posting on Instagram, right? It has to be about basketball. But I think obviously Carolina is a better team when they have him, and so it's used for them, and I think a big momentum thing for this offseason after everything they've gone through the last few months.
Just have a couple minutes here, Lavelle. How attractive is that situation if you're, a guard, a big time guard out there? Like, is it still something that you're, chomping to be a part of, or are you a little bit skittish based on what happened last season?
I mean, Carolina's Carolina,
Yeah.
in terms of just the attraction. So I think that's more the attraction maybe than playing with Armand. But everybody knows what he's capable of if you were playing college basketball. It's the power, it's NIL now. Like,
Yep.
4 years ago, Armand Bacot is not coming back.
No,
We
no
all
doubt.
know that.
Yep.
I think Zach Edey's sitting over there contemplating. He's got a decision to make because in the NBA style big, they don't necessarily fit. So you come back and, be what Oscar Sheboy was at Kentucky and make who knows how much money through NIL. But I think it's Carolina. Carolina's Carolina. They're going to have good guards. I think the pieces have to fit, is what they learned this year. And
Mm-hmm.
around Armand, if he is coming back, like there's a way to play with a guy like Armand Bacot that has to make sense, and everybody has to be on board with playing that way from coach's vision.